And here we go, from promises made, promises exceeded. Your world-famous tailgate party, the oldest sports betting broadcast in the world when it comes to American sports, going back to the Scorephone days of 1980. Let's get to some critical information. As you can see right there, Joe Duffy's picks another huge day off the college football total of the year. The biggest consensus move in terms of bets. Now, before I give it again, these are what the intel the contrarian bettors would use. The most accurate intel. Contrarian bettors believe going against the public you're going to win, and there's a lot of reasons for that. We do have, we've done videos and articles on that. But this is where a $5 bet would count the same as a $5,000 bet. And again, contrarian bettors believe it is that $5 and $10 and $20 and $25 bettor who have the best information to bet against. So the top consensus picks at Vegas and offshore sportsbooks: the Rams, Seattle, and Indianapolis. Now, these are the most lopsided bets in terms of percentage of money, and therefore the biggest sportsbook liabilities the sportsbooks are betting against, or rooting against these. The LA Rams, Miami, now that's a surprise, and Indianapolis. Not as many road favorites to choose from. The public adores road favorites, and after that they adore home favorites. Very surprising to see a big road dog among the biggest sportsbook liabilities. Then again, road teams are enjoying a sensational year this year in the NFL, so I guess the public kind of, betting for that to continue. Now, the sharp versus square metrics, where a lot of sharp money's on one side, a lot of square money on the other side. Atlanta and Miami, and I guess that's no surprise. Sharp bettors know you need to win ugly, sometimes go with those bad NFL teams. Of course, we'll talk about it, right now. Some key injuries. Atlanta, of course, with their backup quarterback. By the way, Joe Duffy's picks 53-35 NFL. Interconference game of the year among 10 NBA. 3 of them wise guy plays, the strongest play in the handicapping industry, plus an NBA winner. For the Chargers, wide receiver Keenan Allen, a game-time decision. This is no small injury. Look for the line to move close to game time based on whether or not he's warming up and how he's looking in warm-ups. 44 catches, 3 touchdowns already. Packers, Devontae Adams, very unlikely to play tonight. 25 catches, 378 yards this season. Arizona running back David Johnson, one of the most versatile running backs in the NFL, is out. 77 rushes for 300 yards this year, 315 receiving yards, 5 touchdowns, catching and receiving. Another one of the best versatile running backs, Saints running back Alvin Kamara, downgraded to doubtful. The big story at the quarterback position here. 86 carries for 373 yards, 276 receiving yards. The Jaguars wide receiver Dede Westbrook is probable. 32 catches for 383 yards. Falcons franchise quarterback Matt Ryan is out. And kind of a big drop-off there, to say the least, for the Falcons with their journeyman backup. Raiders wide receiver Terrell Williams is probable. He's having a pretty good year. 17 receptions, 216 yards, but best of all, 4 touchdowns. Drew Brees returns for the Saints, and he will start. The Saints, though, are 5-0 straight up without him. I told you from the beginning that, New Orleans was going to be fine without Drew Brees, with one of the best backups in the land with Teddy Bridgewater. In fact, Teddy Bridgewater is the best backup in the NFL. And, we just said that if anything, it'll be more of a ball control. But where is this going to affect it? Saints are clearly going to play a much more wide open game with Drew Brees. Pat Mahomes, of course, is also out tonight for Kansas City. Pretty good chance he will return next week. Now let's get a free pick from you, and it is going to be from me, Joe Duffy, CEO of OffshoreInsiders.com. Carolina plus the 5 against San Francisco. This is one of those, and quite frankly, I spent hours and hours of research the past couple weeks. Maybe a statistic I should have exploited a little bit more, but delta points scored and delta points allowed. What that is, delta points allowed, for example, is how many points a team has given up this year relative to what the odds makers posted total or implied total based on the odds and spread. So in other words, let's just say you have a 10-point favorite and you got a total of 30. the delta points would be the favorite is supposed to score 20 and then give up 10 points. Well, if they give up 17 points, that would be -7 delta points allowed. Anyway, going with the more disappointing defense based on delta points allowed on the season on average is 321, 240, and 14. That would favor Carolina. Some critical weather conditions: Cleveland and New England, 89% chance of rain. Winds, remember, once you get above 15 miles per hour, it's pretty significant as far as the total is concerned. Philadelphia and Buffalo, 22 miles per hour wind. Carolina and San Francisco, 19 miles per hour wind. Again, if you want free information like this every day, we'll give it to you both here and at joeduffy.net. And follow us on Twitter at Offshore Insider. Yes, the website is Offshore Insiders with an S at the end.com. But character limitations, follow me on Twitter at Offshore Insider. You get the biggest bonus in the industry if and only if you use the promo code Duffy, DUFFY, at mybookie.ag. Literally everything you want from a sports book. You're going to get paid on time each and every solitary time without exception. Very easy deposits with Bitcoin, lightning fast payouts, never a problem, never a complaint. MyBookie.ag. Please use the promo code Duffy, and it'll tell MyBookie.ag you want them to continue to sponsor our podcast so you can get free information like this daily.